Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. One of the most important aspects or features of a friendship, it is reciprocity. That is, if you do something for me, I will do the same thing for you, or even more. And that's how you build trust, build friendship. Uh, Even if you don't do something for someone, you should at least have the certainty that person would do it, judging by previous actions that that person did for you. So the same here in between or among countries. If you call a country friend, the country or the nation, that's built through reciprocity. That means you help, they help. That's how you build it together, and you build trust. I tell you I am going to do it for you, and I did it for you. You form a pattern. Most likely I will do it again. Now we have here Ukraine. Ukraine, as you know, is in between the West and the West, interests in the West and Russia. The goal here is Russia to be taken over by those interests in the West. Unfortunately, on the structure of some Ukrainians' nationalism, which is a healthy feeling to love your nation more than other nations, because that's why you love your family more than a neighbor's family, right? So that's why you're a familist. That's why you're a nationalist. Now, you can commit crimes, under any kind of ideal, thoughts, like, all right, peace and love, and you commit crimes. After all, I think the biggest crimes on this long history of ours were committed in the name of good, not in the name of bad. Well, let's try to convert these guys to this. That was a good thing, right? How they did it? And not only, let's impose our way of life to others because our way of life is good. So bring freedom and democracy. Or, I don't know, other way of, improving our lifestyle and our, we need some, how do you call it? Lebensstrom? Is that how it's called? Lebensstrom? Living space. So, all these kind of things for the good. Now, let's see what's going on here. We have Ukraine, which obviously without the Western support 99%, they will be done. They would have been done in the first 2 weeks. So you would expect that if these guys help me survive against the evil Russian attacks, then I should, help them in return. I help them by using the Ukrainian nation actually to be decimated, which those interests don't give a fuck. Okay? But on the other hand, if I know that you guys need something, I will try to help you, especially if I can. And the Ukrainians can do that, but they don't. What will the Ukrainians do? They will not renew the contract of Russian gas coming from Russia towards the Western Europe. So the Ukrainian says, "Niet, no gas for you." Click, click, click. Done. Now, that's not what a friend does, right? Because if these guys, or maybe does it, because remember, Ukraine is not the Germans guys, is not the British guys, they are the Americans guys. The guys in charge, Zelensky, Stein, and his clique are listening to the Americans, not to Macron, Scholz, and Maharishi Sunak. Okay, let's put it this way. Therefore, if the Ukrainians stop the gas from Russia, guess who's gonna come and help you? United States of America, with its 3 times to 4 times premium price with their LNG, a liquefied natural gas. So, again, Europe gets fucked. These guys in charge of your countries over there really, really are doing a great job to give the European Union, European countries, European nations, European families to the interests that rule United States of America. Not to the United States of America. No. Because they rule us too. So let me show you this. Here is Russia today, 18th of March 2024. Ukraine won't extend Russian gas transit deal. Why? The current contract between Moscow and Kiev expires in 2024. Kiev has no plans to prolong gas transit to the European Union from Russia when the current contract expires this year. Ukraine Energy Minister German, I would say German, okay, because I like it, German Galushchenko said on Sunday. Brokered by the EU, the 5-year deal signed. Why do you think it was brokered by EU? because they need the gas. All right, signed in 2019, provides for Russian energy giant Gazprom to transit 65 billion cubic meters BCM of gas through Ukraine in 2020 and 40 BCM annually between 2021 and 2024. And I'm quoting, "I can confirm that we have no plans to enter into any additional agreements or extend this current agreement. A stress test of Ukraine's gas system has proved it," I'm quoting, "can function without transit." Yeah, you can function. But how about the Europeans? They can, paying premium price to the owners. The official claim, Kiev is boosting its energy security and independence by increasing domestic gas production. Excellent, excellent. Now we have the Nord Stream pipelines, which don't know what happened. If that would have been an American pipeline, I think about 5 countries would have been bombarded already. But nevertheless. So let me show you something else, because this is, okay, well, you're not going to transit it. But then who's going to fill the gap? Well, I'm going to show you another article right now. Here it is from Sputnik. Which European countries are most dependent on US gas? And in this article, you're going to find out who provides what. According to the findings, the EU's gas consumption stood at 330 billion cubic meters last year, 20% less than in 2021. The US supplied 34.5 billion cubic meters of liquefied natural gas, or 10.4% of all gas consumption by the bloc in 2023, with Finland, which didn't buy US gas in 2021, consuming 38% last year. So as for Lithuania, it consumed a record of 40% of the American gas last year, against 23% in 2021. So who can blackmail whom? The Americans will never blackmail anybody. Never. Never. Remember that? If you don't do what I tell you to do, if you don't change your behavior, we're going to impose sanctions on you. Who has a PhD in that kind of behavior? The United States of America. By far a PhD. If you don't change, hey kid, if you don't change your behavior, I'm not going to give you candies anymore. Or we're going to send you to your room to, I don't know, clean your room, wash your ass, and so on. Why? Because the United States of America is the daddy of everybody else, or mommy. All right. The research also revealed that an array of other countries increased U.S. gas supplies in 2023, including Croatia, the Netherlands, France, Spain, Poland, Italy, and Germany. With 32%, Croatia proved to be the most dependent on U.S. gas after Lithuania and Finland. These countries will never, moreover, contradict their masters. The only countries that reduced American gas deliveries last year was Greece, Malta, and Portugal. Okay. Now we find out that the research comes after a previous Sputnik review of Eurostat data showed that the EU countries had to pay some 185 billion euros. That's $201 billion extra on natural gas over the past 20 months after cutting themselves off from cheap Russian pipeline gas. Good job. You fucked yourselves. So put that together with the transit, what do you think will happen? The Europeans will have less gas at a higher cost. That means your standard of living will decrease. Your economies are going to be taking a shit. Why? Because the Americans, through, in this case, Ukraine, nailed you even more. Not only economically, militarily, and politically. Who has troops in your countries and you don't have troops in that particular country? US. So thank you very much. And when you think like that, when you think about that, it's not that I'm celebrating, because I'm also a little modern slave on the plantation. Yeah, we eat something that looks like food, smells like food, tastes like food, but we don't know what the fuck we're eating. Okay, we eat a little bit better. No, the volume is bigger, the quality is lower, smaller. So yes, the friends in Ukraine are gonna fuck you up. Congratulations, Professor Higgins. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.